Hello everyone, in this video we'll be discussing about how can we override the default validation text in Laravel. Previously we saw how can we validate the forms, how can we implement several rules in our input fields, right? So in this form we validated our fields. If I click on submit, and you can see the validation errors are showing, right? So if I want to change this validation text and add some custom text, or you can say more meaningful text in my validation alert, how can I do that? For that, let's go to our VS Code. In here we'll go to logging controller, because this is the controller, and in logging controller here is a handle logging method where we are validating our form, or you can say handling our validation logic. So in here we can see we are calling this validation validated method from Laravel and passing our rules in here. If I hover on validate, you can see a VS Code pop up. In here you can see this validate method takes two arguments. One is the rules and second is the parameters. At the first argument we passed our rules here. So now let's see what params does. For that I will just declare another array. In this array we can customize our alert text easily. Like, let's say I want to customize this required rule validation text. For that let's target the name field first. First of all, and that will be string. As a key you have to say name, because we are targeting the name field. Then dot, now you have to say the rule name. The rule name is required. Okay, so we are changing name fields required validation text. So in value we will say our validation text, I mean custom validation text. Let's say, what was it? The default validation text for name is the name field is required. So I will change it to the username field is required. Okay, let's give a exclamatory mark also. So let's refresh our page, then again submit. You can see now you can see the username field is required. Okay, this text will only show for the name field and when this validation occur, right? Required validation occur. Let's see for the alpha. Now if I type anything in this username, as you know we add a rule alphabetical. Our username will be only in alphabetical letters, otherwise that gonna show a validation error. I type some numbers, enter. You can see it's showing the name must only contain letters. Okay, so how can we change that? This is the default alert from Laravel. Same like we used for required, we can also use it in our any other rule. The method is same. Now let's create another item in the array. Then we will say name, because we are targeting the name field. Again dot, now we will add this rule. Okay, so we are changing the validation text for alpha right now for name field, right? Then again as a value I will say, let's say it will be username letters. Okay, now let's go to our front end and again let's add some numbers and submit. You can see it's showing username should only contain letter, right? That's how you can change your default validation text. Let's say now I want to change the email field, so you have to take another item in the array, and now you have to target the email. I'm taking the email, then dot. Now you have to mention the rule name you want to modify the validation text. Like if you want to change the validation text for record, you will pass a record here, and if you want to change the default validation text, that will be email. So let's say I will say email. This is the field name and this is the rule. Okay, don't get confused because both are the same, email. So let's see if I pass here, let's say I will add a random text. Let's say hello, this is not a email. Okay, now let's go to our font end and let's add some random text and submit. You can see it's saying hello, this is not an email, because we didn't give a valid email, right? So let's submit again and you will see this validation error again. Now I think you understand how can we change the validation text. It's quite easy. Let me recap it again. First of all, you will take the field name. Like if you want to change the validation text for name field, so you will select the name, then you have to mention the rule name. Like you are changing your validation name, right? So which rule you want to change? Like I specify the record rule, so it will change the text for record only. This will not touch in alpha or min rules. That will only work in record rule. Okay, so as you saw, again if you want to change the minimum rules validation error text, you will say it like this: name dot min. You don't have to pass the numbers. You will only specify the rule name. It's min. Okay, so again you will pass the value you want. It's totally fine. Okay, so when I will go to my font end and submit some datas, let's say, and you can see you are getting the validation text, right? So that's how we change our default validation text in Laravel. It is quite handy because sometimes you have to specify some more details in your validation error for user to understand. In that situation, you can change your validation text like this. So I think that's it for this video. I hope you understand how it works. If you don't understand, please you can watch it again. It is quite easy. So I think that's it for this video, and see you at the next one.